It's getting there.
I was going to say, I really figured it was going to be right after the okay.
Yeah, no, it's never. All right, everyone, we've received some feedback from last week's episode that I didn't have enough energy. Don't care. That checks out. Damon and Ted. I am Tornado Ted, just ripping right through here. He's Damon.
I am Delicious Damon. All right.
I want to leave.
You chose your adjective. I chose mine. Hey.
Yeah, double D's sound about right.
Yeah. Kind of. Anything happened this week you want to talk about?
No.
Okay, me neither. So we want to get into some stuff that I saw on TV?
Oh, wow. This is going to be a long episode. And
actually,
by that, I hope it's going to be short.
There is one thing I want to talk about. I was staying in a store. I had to go through the store and buy something real quick on the way to my grandma's house. Okay. I'm standing behind one dude. They opened a different line. I'm at a store in the town we grew up in. Okay. Small store. So standing in line, they open the express line. I'm like, yes, I only got 2 items. Let's go. I'm standing behind a guy holding 1 can of Ready Whip.
Ready Whip?
Ready Whip. Oh, whip. So anyway, with 1 can of Ready Whip, I really wanted to lean in and be like, bro, you really know how to party. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Is this guy going to a family dinner and they're like, look, we got pumpkin pie. We don't have any Ready Whip. Or is this guy like going to go out back and start huffing the Ready Whip, you know? Or has he got a hot date and he's thinking, man, I hope all she's wearing later is Ready Whip. I don't really know what this guy had going on, but I wanted to know.
I worked at a kitchen supply store once, not to brag.
Yeah,
but
nobody likes a bragger.
People would come in and try to, oh, yeah, my mom's a chef. We need the cartridges for the whipped cream containers. No, you don't.
No, you don't. Let me tell you what you don't need.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Oh, no, she said she needed like a pack of them. No, you don't need 10 whippets, all right?
Yeah.
You can get out.
Right.
But bro, if I don't show up to my mom's place.
Yeah. This cake is never going to look right. Thanks a lot, man. So, but a single can of Ready Whip.
Jenny Obermeyer said she'd touch it if I brought whippet.
You know what's weird? Oddly specific name. I really hope you know. I don't know that name.
I was really just about to say.
I really hope.
Any coincidence of anyone being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jenny, if you were now offended.
That's the name he said. I know what you're talking about.
It just seems very.
I'm remembering a story perfectly from 30 plus years ago. What's the problem?
It is so oddly specific. Where you're just like, I'm going to go to the well. I'm going to pull this one out. Okay. So, Jane Doe.
Otis Spunkmeyer.
Love your muffins. All right. So anyway,
right, so go on.
Yeah, but when you're standing behind a guy, you like there's so many questions in your head. You're like, what can I ask? You know, what are you gonna do with
What
that?
I'm surprised you didn't, because I've never seen you filtered like that before.
No, I just wasn't
you
in the
didn't
right.
have an audience.
I wasn't in the right frame of mind. You know what? No, I still do stuff for myself. Oddly, what's weird is when somebody hears me say something where I'm whispering to myself and they go, and I'm like, that wasn't supposed to be out. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, that was not supposed to be
You're
out.
saying a lot of stuff that I'm going to have Mac record out of context.
Yeah.
That wasn't supposed to be out. What,
Yeah.
what was he talking about?
What was he talking
By himself.
What? Hey, look at you, little guy. That wasn't supposed to be out. He's just cutting everything together.
Bruh.
What do we got going on here? But no, there's certain questions where you just you're like, I need to know the answer to that. So then when I went out to the car afterwards and I watched him drive away in this big yellow banana colored truck, I went, yeah, he's probably gonna huff that thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, he's not going on a date in that truck.
What if he's selling banana splits out of the back of that truck?
That's what it is.
Yeah, he needs that.
Yeah.
There you go.
My man's $1 million idea. 1 can of Ready Whip at a time from a small grocery store in a small town.
Yeah.
Seems like that's going to be very cost effective.
He is on the way up.
Yeah. Yeah. See, now here's the deal. I need to sell 7 more banana splits so I can buy 1 more can of Ready
So I
Whip.
can go back.
Yeah. Back to the store. I need gas money. I need
If
my
I sell
time.
8,
Yeah.
I can buy a banana.
Yeah. I'm saving up. There's no banana in here. Listen, I'm saving up for that. Okay. That's next trip to the store.
Have you ever ordered a banana split and not gotten a banana?
No.
I have.
Is that legit?
I have. Yeah.
You didn't say hold the banana or nothing. did
No,
you?
it was literally, it came out and I went back up to the counter and I said to our mutual acquaintance,
Yes.
someone who was very close to both of us at one point, and was like, you missed one thing. It is the only thing named in what I ordered. I didn't say ice cream. I didn't say whipped cream. I didn't say nuts or the chocolate sauce or the cherry or anything. I said a split banana.
By the way, you can't split something that's not there.
Yeah.
So I did not get the split nor the banana.
Also, there is no easy way to slide a banana under all of the stuff you put in this banana boat.
Right. Someone's starting over from scratch.
She's going to love this because she does not like when I bring that up.
Now,
historically, it's never gone well.
Starting now, we got a chance.
No,
so you're saying there's a chance?
No, I'm saying we're
zero chance.
Not great.
So the other thing, I spent some time over at my dad Don's, and they got Roku TV. So I don't have Roku TV. I do, but I don't ever watch it. Like the actual Roku channels.
We have it, and I don't watch it.
Yeah.
But we have it because I know that when it goes into the screensaver, it like does this like picture that I recognize. Yeah.
Well, and they do like weird advertisements. Like, so they have a thing on there. This is called JeffBuysYourHouse.com. I'm familiar with it. So if you see this one again, please look. Anybody that has Roku TV, if you watch it, look at this. I swear to God, Jeff has a dip in. Okay, he's doing this commercial for Jeff Buys Houses, and Jeff can't get the chaw out of his mouth long enough.
I think Jeff knows who's watching Roku TV.
Oh, yeah.
It probably sells it.
He's one of us. I'm going to sell that guy my house. So just
hey,
say,
Mo, this guy knows what he's talking about.
And then they'll be like, Jeff don't buy trailers, son. Jeff buys houses. It says right there, JeffBuysYourHouse.com. You know, but no,
Jeff thinks he's big time now.
Yeah, you think you're better than me? What do you got in there? Winter cut? What do you got? What do you got in there? Is that a pouch? But I'm watching.
Better not be one of those snooze.
Yeah. But I glance, I look over and I'm like, he's got a dip in. And then I'm asking Don, I'm like, hey, Don, does he have a dip in? He's like, I don't know. I don't. I'm like, look at it.
See, I think that's a number you call and ask.
Huh? Well, there's no number. I think I go online.
That's right. Well,
I go online and contact someone. Fill
out a form.
Fill out a form.
Put in Mac's address.
So we try and do. First off, I need my driveway tore up from last week. Okay.
Yeah.
Second
First off, this is not my address.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in selling my house.
Yeah.
Are you actively recording commercials with a dip in?
Mark it urgent. Okay. And then send it off. That's what you do. So again, these are weird commercials that I never saw these. So I don't, because I don't watch commercials on my own, you know. Now I will say,
I was watching something the other day that had commercials, and I was like, "What is this?"
Well, me and you, we watched. Remember
we watched.
We started watching Ted, the series.
Yes,
and
which I gotta say, I've had time to think about it. I hate the dude, the main character.
Oh, the kid playing him.
Yeah,
so do I.
I think this guy is supposed to grow up to be Marky Mark,
who, by the way, first off, attractive dude, muscular dude. When did he turn it around? They're going to have some kind of story where this guy just fixed his life.
Yeah, because it's not like Marky Mark just one day was like, you know what, I want to be ripped.
No. First off, he had a funky bunch. Yeah. This guy's never going to have a funky bunch.
I don't get it. I don't understand the spin on that. I do not like that actor. And I've never seen him before except for this.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's been in anything. They probably went like, hey, mister, you'll come to work
honestly the weakest part of the show.
Yeah. Yeah. But otherwise, so far, we're like 3 episodes in. And it's very entertaining.
I was watching an interview with Seth MacFarlane. He was talking about how it's a weird going from doing a feature length to a show of Ted. Yeah. Like, we're doing these 22-minute episodes, and I was like, not a one has been shorter than 37 minutes.
Yeah,
sir.
22 minutes. Maybe 22 minutes to edit it out.
We watched 3 episodes. It felt like 9 hours.
Yeah, well, that's because you were with me. Didn't it feel good?
It seemed like 12 hours.
Why did the number go up?
You reminded me where I was.
Yeah. I forgot I was in your basement.
Oh.
And yes, that's where time stands still. So
it would literally be like, we are just getting to the denouement of the episode.
Yeah.
There's still 19 minutes left.
Yeah.
How? They're wrapping it up.
Right.
And I can see the bar at the bottom. 19 minutes left.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But hey, that's where we watch commercials.
Yeah, solid show.
That's where we watch commercials. But anyway, no, I wanted to point that out. Again, if you have Roku TV and you see the whole JeffBuysYourHouse.com, you might be able to go to JeffBuysYourHouse.com. And by the way, call me, Jeff. We'll, sponsor. Well, call me. But JeffBuysYourHouse.com, go there and see if he's got the dip in. Look at the commercial.
Yeah, if anyone could just go ahead and do that. If anyone wants to just pretend to put their house up for sale, get the whole thing going, just so we can find out if a gentleman the commercial we're never going to watch again is What do you dip in his mouth?
Right. I want to see when Jeff
And-
comes to your
yeah.
house if he's got the same
5,
dip.
4, 3. Get that dip in. Get that dip in. Go.
Why does it always smell like wintergreen in here
Could you
when we're
imagine
filming
that, though?
Jeff?
Like, he panics. 5. Whoa, slow down. Slow down. No dip yet. Not ready.
I put my hand up on your hip. When I
We
dip, you dip.
When I dip, you dip, we dip.
We all dip.
You think that's his, his whoopee?
That's probably what it is.
I can't without the dip.
Guys, you know I can't be on live TV. This ain't live TV. We are filming a commercial for Roku. 6 people are going to see it.
An empty lip is my kryptonite.
Had an empty lip once, Johnny.
Once.
So let's do some fun facts. Here's my first one. This one scares the hell out of me because if this is true, I can't have anybody record anything of mine. Japanese scientists successfully created an MRI machine that can record your dreams and reconstruct them for you to watch while you're awake. That's cool if I watch them. Guess who's not going to watch my dreams?
This is a private showing.
Yeah. Right.
You're not allowed in your...
I'm going to need a curtain. I'm going to need to close that curtain. So, yeah, if we learn anything about Mac, it's no matter what kind of camera you have, we're going to need to close that curtain.
Yeah.
Okay? We're going to need to close it. But again, why would... And so
Didn't this go around... Wasn't this a movie called Total Recall?
I don't know.
That's horrible.
But it shows, first off, how can you sleep with all that stuff all over you?
I think that's fake. That's not the story, but the photo going
Right,
with
the
it.
photo, because it like has an electrode like every inch
Yeah.
of your... more than an inch.
Why
every
wouldn't
half
that just be a helmet?
inch. Right. Here's the deal. We didn't want to pay for the plastic mold.
Right.
But we figure if we put all these on loose, you know what they would do? That'd be me. And they'd be like, we're gonna use really sticky stuff. And they're like, they're gonna pull your hair out. That's a risk we're willing to take.
Also, it'd be like, hey, we sit here real quick. We're going to put these on. Then we're going to unharness these wires.
Yeah.
And then individually put them into these
Right.
sticky cups on your head.
Right. But again, so it's like an MRI machine, but it records your dreams.
I don't understand.
My
how
dreams
that
should not
works.
be out there for anybody
Right.
to see. Okay. First off, some of my dreams, all right. You know what I mean? Other than my dreams, I live the nightmare. Okay. So everything else when I go to sleep cannot be worse than what I do. But that said, why would I want to put that on display even for myself? Because if it's a really good dream, you should remember some of it. Right.
Right.
You know? I just don't understand.
Also, yeah, that'd feel like, being just trapped in a room where children are telling you stories they're making up on the fly.
And then
you're at a bookstore, but there's not books, there's cars, but then they're not cars because they're but then they're boats, but then when the boats don't float, but then they fly. And then you're back in the bookstore, but you were like, well, I've never been to this bookstore, but I recognize this bookstore. What's going on?
Exactly. And then I'm falling. Okay, I'm okay. You know, that's just how it goes. That's your dreams. That's what your brain goes through.
One of the comedians
Yes.
last night was talking about a certain food that you eat that makes a certain thing that you produce taste different.
Understood.
And he said it was a scientific study.
Yeah.
Basically went into our thing about how was this a study that scientists were paid to do?
Well, you're welcome for giving me stuff.
If they were doing the scientific method, that means it had to be a placebo group. He went the whole thing. He put a good spin on it. It was pretty funny. I won't say a thing on. I mean, I gave you a premise, but I won't say any of his jokes on here because I'd be stealing it. But it was like, here we are again.
Yeah.
Why are we paying for this?
Yeah.
No one has asked, hey, can we put billions of dollars towards seeing that like nonsensical nonsense that is just my brain processing my own thoughts back in front of my face again?
Yeah. It takes me back to the one Mitch Hedberg when he used to say, he goes, what I hate about sleeping is when I get into a dream, he goes, next thing you know, I'm building a go-kart with my landlord. Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, you do with your dreams, you pick the most random people to do the most random things. And I love when you wake up the next day and like you go to somebody, you're like, hey, you were in my dreams last night. And they're like, all right. And you're like, no. We were punching Smurfs. Okay. And then.
All right.
Yeah. Then they lean in more. All right.
Yeah. It'd be like if you could back up and you just be like, why are you two here? You don't even know each other. Yeah. And there's no way that we would be this close to it this quickly that we'd be doing this activity. Right. There'd be a lot of backstory. It'd be like, how do you know this guy? Why does he put up with you? Why does he put up with you?
Yeah.
No one knows.
Right. But instead, you guys all know each other. And here we go.
Why are we making a gingerbread house out of tofu? No one understands.
Right. Because Damon's a vegan. How did that happen? Whoa. This ain't even true.
Yeah, the front half, the back half that is now half walrus, no one knows what's happening.
There's no way. I call BS. But again, I don't know that I want to relive my own, but I guarantee I don't want any version of mine going to where, hey, let me share this on social media. Look what Damon dreamt about last night. Nope.
And you said this feed was closed circuit, right? Oh, it was, but, Randy. Randy clicked a button.
God, I hate Randy. God.
Are you familiar with the concept of the Truman Show?
Yeah.
You're real popular right now.
So Mac laid on the space bar, and now the entire world knows what your dream was. So, by the way, I think that pauses it. And that's how it works, so we're okay. So, let's go on to the second one. The second fun fact. Roller coasters were invented to distract Americans from sin. In the 1880s, hosiery businessman Lamarcus Thompson didn't like that Americans were going to places like saloons and brothels. He makes hosiery. Something tells me that's where your hosiery is, in brothels.
Well, I'm sure it's also there, but hosiery was there because, God forbid, you saw someone's calf.
Correct.
Is that an ankle? My word.
Yeah. Burn her at the stake. She is a witch. Man, this guy, he comes in so handy. But it says he created the first roller coaster on Coney Island to persuade them to go there instead. Here's the deal. Okay. I don't know what age of people he's talking about. But if you tell him to a 47-year-old man and you go, listen, you know those chicks over there in the hosiery? Yeah. I got this unproven, untested
I want to snap
track.
your neck.
Yeah. You ever been upside down in metal on a track? No, neither has anybody else, but I'd like you to be the first. Why don't you come on over here to Coney Island?
Ever wished you could ride a train at breakneck speeds and actually break your neck? What's weird, though, is that I didn't know that, but also that's the same concept of how we got graham crackers.
Really?
Yeah, it was Kellogg decided that everyone was a little too randy.
Yeah.
And decided that he would make a food that would subdue the natural instinct and impulses of people, and he came up with graham flour.
Wait, so that kills the mood?
Have you ever been eating a graham cracker and been like, you know what?
Yeah.
Giddy up. I don't know. That's what he thought.
Brown chicken, brown cow. All right.
I think it was cornflakes too.
Yeah, cornflakes as well. Yeah.
Cornflakes, really?
Post got into it. He had his
Now,
own
what about
thing going
so
on.
when Tony the Tiger just puts so much sugar on those?
Yeah.
Then that's when
That's when it
stuff
changes
happens?
up, yeah.
Oh, that's
Because
when
back then
ramps up.
it was probably no sugar. They're great.
He's like the Viagra of the cereal world. Little blue pill. Again, you're talking about 1880s.
Yeah.
You don't have a whole lot of stuff to choose from. Word of this traveled by horse. Okay.
Can you imagine being the first person to hear like the lift chain? The where's this going?
Yeah.
I don't like the sound anymore.
You imagine an 1880s carny?
Now they
to
wouldn't
put that together.
Yeah. Now they wouldn't have gone upside down. I guarantee it. But it would have been. I guarantee they wouldn't have had the height restrictions and everything. Hey, what happens if we slide under this bar?
Yeah, I don't know. It almost looks like a loop in there, but I'm not saying that's the
No,
one.
I'm
not saying that's the one.
I can't imagine the first one went upside down.
I can't imagine either. But my point is
because I remember originally they made the loops a little too circular. Doesn't quite work.
Yeah, a little too tight of a spiral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite work.
So my other thought though,
Whoa!
being let's just say 20-year-old, being a 20-year-old man. Okay,
I can see wanting to do it, but if it's the choice between that and hanging out,
and the other,
yeah.
Do you want to go to a saloon, probably play cards, and look at randy women?
Gamble with loose women, or do you want to ride this like death trap?
Yeah.
We put out here in the water just in case it went wrong. We could just shove it off into the beach and pretend it never happened.
It's on an island. That way it can go in the water if it needs to. So, and imagine the first guy to go on this. Somebody had to test this.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure the first guy didn't survive. I'm sure there was many guys that tested this. See, that's what I like to look into and just see, how do they test this? How do they go, I think we're going to need a whole hosiery crowd.
How many people did they murder before they're like, wait, sandbags? You think we could just use
Yeah.
sandbags?
Listen, we're trying to get people out of the brothel, and we're killing people over here. We don't want to do this. So, but yeah, 1880s. And Lamarcus Thompson. So, again, I would think, because it's a roller coaster, I understand the name.
It just proves that even back, just let people be weird.
Yeah.
Like, was Thompson not getting what he needed? Stop ruining it for others.
Thompson was the ugliest guy at the saloon, and he's like, how do I get all these hot guys out of here so I can look at the girls? You know, all these what are they? Were they racy women back then? Women of the night? I don't know. You know, because back 1800s wasn't that
too many Richards on the dance floor? Too many Richards.
I need a LaMarcus on the dance floor. That's me. I'm LaMarcus. All right.
It is just one kind of just complete Richard festival in here.
And they're like, your middle name's LaMarcus. Your first name is Richard. Oh, yeah. Nobody talks to RLT that way. So anyway, last name's Thompson. I just use the initials. So here's my third fun fact. In Switzerland, you can hire a clown to stalk someone for 7 days. The clown will follow them around, set up traps, send scary text messages, and even smash a pie in their face if he catches them.
Can you imagine just you're walking down a quiet street and you hear like in the back, like a couple blocks away, the
Yeah.
and then you start running and like their shoes are just squeaking behind you.
All of a sudden you're feeling a stream of seltzer water hitting your back. You're like, he's within range. So this is in Switzerland where people are kind and forgiving. This is what you do.
You know, we got a reputation here. We got to change it up. We got to go from 0 to 1 billion. Freak out clowns.
Yeah, but that's a freaky looking clown in itself. So I got to tell you, I'm not a big like haunted house guy. I don't really care for them. They don't do anything for me.
The whole like
paying to get scared doesn't do anything for me.
The whole Halloween situation does nothing for me.
But if I was just randomly, like say on a July day, walking down the street, and like you said, all of a sudden I just see this clown and we make eye contact, it's like, damn it.
If you look back and see the same clown every time you look back for blocks, I'm surprised the per capita rate of dead clowns is not flying through the air.
And this says for 7 days. You hire him to stalk you for 7 days. I mean, it's like you're going to be in the shower and you're going to see the end of his shoes underneath the curtain. You're going to be like, oh my God, I'm not opening the shower.
What if like you and I are on the street, right? And someone has independently, without checking with the other person, hired a clown to stalk you and me. And we turn around and they're doing things that they have to do like mime work where they're like, no, not him. Like the guys from Night at the Roxbury. Him, me, me.
Yeah.
I mean, I want this less scary one. So can I just say, no, you're for him? Damn.
Okay. Damn it. Which one did I hire? Yeah, there's 2 of them. Which one's mine? Okay. We got to walk away from each other and see who follows who.
God, I hope they have a marathon in Switzerland so then you can like, because I want to hire clowns
that day
to stalk like everyone.
Yeah.
So you just see like people running and then just.
Well, I would say I want to hire him to stalk the guy from Kenya. Okay. The day of the run. I want to be like, we're going to test this clown's stamina. Okay, because I don't think he's keeping up in them shoes. I'm just telling you that right now. Yeah. Hey, my clown's dead. I want a refund.
How do they decide that? You know what? I'll do it, but you got to pay me for at least a week. Sold.
You know what it is they basically go, look, I don't like temp jobs, so I'm gonna need a week's worth of pay. Or it's not.
It turns out this is how like the roller coaster I did didn't work. He goes over to Switzerland. He's like, all right, well, we're just gonna chase him out of the places with clowns. I think after 7 days, you're not going back in. Every time you open like the door to the saloon, a clown just pops out. All right, fine, I'm out. I am done trying this.
And the girls are all like, LaMarcus, get out of here. But then the last thing where it says, smash a pie in their face if he catches them. Now, the way they say that even, I bet you pay extra for that.
Yeah.
And here's the deal. I like to prank people and I like to do weird stuff and this and that. I don't mind doing that. I won't do something where it will ruin something of yours. If I smash a pie on you.
Are you worried about the pie like ruining the pie or what the pie's hitting?
Okay. 2 reasons I'm upset about this now. I wasn't thinking about both sides of it, but now 2. No, but honestly, I wouldn't hit you with a chocolate pie, you know what I mean, like people do, because I just ruined your shirt and whatever else it drips onto. Yeah. You know, I just did that. Your shoes, you're not going to scrub it off your shoes. You just ruin your shoes because it is what it is. I wouldn't do that. Now, if I pay some clown to do it, I got to tell you right now, I guarantee these clowns get murdered. It's in Switzerland, though, right? Do they not? I don't think they have like.
Oh, I don't know what the.
Yeah, I think that's like a very neutral place.
Well, I know their army's neutral, but I don't think. I mean, Oh, it was happening here in Switzerland? You're free to go.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, if that happened here, that clown would be dead in the first 6 minutes.
For
okay.
sure.
First off, if we learn anything from the last episode, might be in the first 60 seconds because the guy has 6,000 shots.
That guy might be dead
of getting
6,000 times.
Yeah. I killed your clown and everybody else's clown that was walking that way. So, and the other thing is, you're sending them out. So are these guys independent or are they like subcontracted? Is there like could we be a clown boss? Like, could we be a clown pimp? We send these clowns out, we get a cut of their money, and we don't have to do anything? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I'd like to be a clown pimp. I think, Mac.
So,
hey, if Jerry was here, he'd do this. Do not go incognito. Please Google clown pimp. I want to see if it exists.
If anyone who would like to assist us but does not want to sell their house to find out about
correct
about
if he's got a shoe in,
he's got a dip in.
He's got a dip. I'm telling you right now.
Can you finance your own trip to Switzerland to find out about clown pimps?
Yes.
And get back to Damon.
Are they real? I need to know this. Okay, this is stuff that keeps me up at night. Now, look if you put that dream thing on me right now tonight, I'm telling you right now, I'm a clown pimp. That's what's happening in my dreams today.
You're a clown pump.
Today.
I'm not fighting it.
I'm not fighting it. He's very upset.
Well, I think that answers your
Pimp
question.
Clown.
Yeah, he's very upset. Certain words you
Yeah, Google's like, do you mean clown manager, you freak?
Yeah. That's what it is. See Barnum and Bailey. What are you talking about? What? Huh? Do you mean clown manager?
You absolute pervert.
Yeah. Hey, freak show. How about you stop Googling stuff? All right. All right. While you're looking at that, I'm going to go on to the next one because I saved the best one for last. Every year on the 27th of July, Finland celebrates a tradition known as National Sleepyhead Day, where the last person in a family to wake up is playfully, keep this in mind, playfully thrown into a lake or sea by the rest of the family.
I mean,
now,
we do that. It's just usually it's the first person to fall asleep and it's their underwear.
Yeah, that's what it is. You shave an eyebrow, you draw something on them. Yeah, you do
put
something.
their hand in warm water.
Correct. Yeah, you do something. You do something. Now, that said, if you know that July 27th is Sleepyhead Day, I bet you're setting an alarm. Okay? Because guess who's not oversleeping on Sleepyhead Day?
You know what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I'm building a flat barge. I'm putting an air mattress on it. I'm going to sleep on there. I'm like, you want it, you got to work for it.
Yeah, you're going to come out and get this.
You got to come out.
I'm out here. I'm out here.
Don't throw me in the lake.
Yeah, if I'm getting wet, you're all getting wet to get over here to get me to get wet. But it's every year on one day. How hard is it to set your alarm that day?
Yeah.
Not the 26th.
Yeah, it should be a random day.
Yeah, they don't change it.
Right.
You don't wake up and they're like, oh, crap, today's that day. Hey, Billy's still sleeping. You know what I mean? That's not how it works.
Also, how do you start that tradition? How does it not get to the point where it is just stupid, where people are just like, well, this is the day we might as well just go in the lake.
Right? Well, but here's the thing. It says the last person in a family to wake up. Suppose your dad works midnights, okay? Do you have the cojones to go in your dad's room, drag his mattress to the lake? By the way, still sleeping, okay? So, because I don't think Dad fell asleep next to the lake.
Right.
Okay? We don't have a lake house. I know my dad didn't fall asleep next to the lake.
Now,
We were transporting Dad.
I know this is going to be a sensitive subject given recent events.
Yeah.
What if
someone
doesn't wake up?
Oh,
And
yes.
you're just waiting there.
Oh, yeah. And you're like, ooh, you want to think that one through.
Oh,
yeah.
this day turned dark.
Yeah. First off, you go to the second to last guy and you chuck him in the water.
Yeah.
Then you come back and deal with what's in front of you.
Hey, we're going to call you safety real quick. Your plan B.
Yeah. Right. Listen, if we don't get a pulse, you're going to get wet. I'm telling you this right now. Means you're the last one to wake up. So, yeah, I like that though. They're like, what did you do with the body?
Yeah.
Well, it's the 27th.
Yeah.
And as we all know, you can't sleep in. But it does say in a family. So it's not like you can have a
That's what I'm
roommate.
saying. What if great grandma's really ill and doesn't wake up? And you're like, you're waiting. You're like, if we're gonna have fun with this today, we gotta go with something.
We're going to
else.
make a call. Right. Yeah.
You woke up late, right?
Yeah. Not it. Yeah, who's the last one on all of us? Not it. So, but again, that's the one day. If I don't ever set an alarm.
I could see that starting in the 1800s when they didn't have alarms and everything. But now that literally your watch can tell you that it's almost time for you to turn off your phone so you can turn off your bedside clock,
Yeah.
before the TV comes on automatically, I think you're an idiot if you don't wake up, and you
Right.
deserve to be thrown in a lake.
But the fact of the matter is, how they get you there? How do they get you there?
Yeah, do you just go willingly? Well, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's on me. I know, but I should have known better. I should have got up. So, but again, July 27th, if you're in Finland, just make sure you're not the last one to get up. I think that's words of wisdom. That's a public service announcement. That's a PSA from me to you. Okay.
Now, do they do it where just if you're the last one, everyone's just doing that thing where they just stand over you?
Oh. Yeah. And you still don't wake up. You're like, everybody here was like, oh, man.
And that's a good point. At that point, it doesn't matter.
Right.
If everyone else is awake,
Yeah.
that person's it. You might as well ruin the rest of the sleep they're getting.
Shake the crap out of them. Guess where you're going? Yeah. First, you roll them up like a mummy in the sheet so they can't move. Then you wake them up.
That's a good point.
Then you wake them up. So, but yeah, anyway, so in Finland. So you want to stay out of Switzerland for clowns. You want to stay out of Finland at least on July 27th. Okay. So now we're going to go into, I have a TCO sells it for you.
Oh, that's been a while.
It's been a while.
Been a while.
This one actually, I saw it on a page. Guy who he comments on a lot of our stuff, John Haney. Put it
Oh,
up.
yeah, all right.
Okay. So this is a 1982 Dodge Rampage, which I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. It's a little truck type deal.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, you ready for the description?
Hit me.
Did you dream of having a mullet, but your corporate job has professional dress code? By the way, John shared this. This isn't John's car, so we can't. I'm not selling it for him. I'm selling it for someone who he found first, and then this is what it
Yes,
is.
please don't call John.
Yeah.
If you can have
John, how about that Rampage? What do you got going on there? By the way, for the Rampage,
that shouldn't be out.
they want $6,500, but it's in Glendora, California. Okay, so it's probably a solid vehicle. California hasn't seen winners.
Yeah, hasn't seen salt and stuff.
So it says, did you dream of having a mullet, but your corporate job has a professional dress code? How about a weekend ride that gives you the same satisfaction of the fabulous 1980s hairstyle? Now, it won't attract all the ladies, but you'll get the right kind of ladies smiling at you. I don't think you will.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm already under the false.
Yeah, I don't think you will. Cruising into the weekend with only moderate horsepower, that checks out.
Yeah.
But much more crafty craftsmanship. It's a Charger in front and a party in the back.
Continued false.
That's false as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because first off, a Charger in the front, awesome.
Yeah, if you would have said it's a challenge in the front.
Yes, possibly. It has problems, like all your 41-year-olds do, but it drives like a 1980s dream. 1980s dream, which we could also read, and we could see that in person. If we had that awesome headgear, we could know what that's about. When the future was bright as blue eyeshadow that your mom used to wear. They're painting a picture.
Yeah, it's getting grosser as you go on.
Right. Now, here's where it stops.
Because it's not like, hey, do you want to be cool and rad like you were in the 80s?
Remember
we're
your mom?
Yeah, we're going to talk about how hot your mom was.
Yeah. Hey, you want to know what kills stuff faster than graham crackers? Your mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talking about how hot your mom was
Yeah.
and blue eyeshadow.
Yeah. Man, your mom was hot.
Your mom was smoking.
Yeah. Ain't enough graham crackers. Ain't enough graham crackers to stop me from saying your mom was
Remember
hot.
when your mom would come home and you'd from school and make you a snack, then take a dip? That was hot, man.
Does she buy houses? So it says, in all seriousness, though, it goes forward, backwards, and stops, which is saying a lot compared to all the Fords out there. So that's a Dodge dig on Fords.
Ford Bird.
Yeah. So if you're in the market for an El Camino or Ranchero on a budget, or maybe just a distant cousin of
Go buy a Subaru Brat.
or maybe just a distant cousin of a Subaru Brat,
Do it.
look
Do it.
no further. Happy to answer most questions. I like how it says happy to answer most questions. Because you know the number one question is it still available?
Yeah.
I'm not answering that one.
Also, I know my mullet cars. Don't
Yes, you
don't-
do.
Don't judge me. Don't judge.
Right, right. Listen.
Answers most question. Hey, first question. Did you have the hots for your mom? Because that's what it sounded like.
Right, yeah. First question, is there a Kenny Loggins 8-track inside of that?
As disturbing as this even is, it would have been better if you had just said like your friend's mom
Right.
or Stacy's mom.
Yeah, not your own mom.
Anyone's mom, but your own mom.
Yeah. So here's the deal. If I'm going to make a comparison to things that are hot, okay, I'm not, and again,
Yeah.
hey, mom's a beautiful woman. I'm not going to be like, that's as hot as my mom. Okay. That's not my point of reference.
No.
Okay. Now, my point of reference is somewhere in my dreams, which you are not going to see, okay? Or my loving wife. Of course, I'm going to pick my loving wife. That's my point of reference.
Took you a long time to get there. You almost picked Kip Winger first.
He knows what he did. So anyway, again, if you're going to sell something like that, I will read those ads all day long because I do like the fact it's not as good as the guy with the motorcycle where that one was probably the best one so far. But this one here, it's up there. When I saw the picture of the car, I went, I remember those cars.
Yeah.
And I don't ever consider them to be like a mullet with a party in the back. I mean, they were truly turds. This is still, it's brown too. It is truly a turd.
Hey, baby, you want to ride a turd from the 80s?
Yeah.
And I got a deal for you. It's got some problems. I want way more than it's worth. And you got to come to California to get it.
Yeah. I tell you who drives one of those? A guy who makes macaroni, okay? That's a guy who drives one of those. And I tell you right now, if he is not getting action in that car, I don't have a chance.
It's not only the name, but how you're going to feel when you see it. Dodge Rampage.
Right. That reminds me of that. Remember that video game used to be Rampage?
Yeah.
Where you knocked the buildings down? That's exactly how I see some chick flipping out and you're like, I'm going to pick you up in my Dodge. First off, it's like a Charger in the front. All right.
Yeah.
But it's a party in the back. And you're like, this sounds like an awesome car. And then they pull up in your little truck car, your char or whatever they want to call
You
it.
say you go by, you pick up your Mr. Microphone. Hey, babe, I'm coming by to pick you up later. I got to put $8 worth of gas in this thing. Hold on. We'll be right back.
What's the little oven you used to have that cooked by a light bulb?
Oh, the Easy Bake Oven?
That's like putting the dash. It's like a modification, like Pimp My Ride, just right in the dash.
I like when they're like, you know what? Half of these people are boys. They don't want Easy Bake Ovens. Let's make, it was like the creepy crawly oven or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys want to cook like toads and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
you know what would be fun? If we make it so you can cook slime with a light bulb.
Yeah, by the way, it's still brownies. It's the same mix. We just put color in it.
By the way, it's still goo in the middle.
Yeah. You'll never cook it. First, there's probably raw egg in here.
Yeah, you
know,
know
I shouldn't eat this.
You know what would have been smarter? We called these brownies, couldn't sell them. Figured out it was goo. Let's sell it as slime to the boys.
These are greenies. Same thing, different color.
You guys want to eat snot? Sells better than the chocolate stuff. Looks like squirts, if you know what I'm saying.
Hey, by the way, last but not least, because I really want to sell this car for this guy. I feel like they really need to sell this car.
Are you saying we haven't? I feel like it's a done deal.
Hey,
Cha-ching.
101,000 miles. I mean, this thing just broke the century mark. You know what I mean? That's solid. Automatic, brown, gasoline.
101,000 miles. Still in the first oil change.
Yeah, right. Original tires, original oil. It's all original. So, yeah, but still, if you need to buy a Dodge Rampage, either us or our friend John Haney can tell you where to get that car. Now, last but not least, I have an awesome strange story today because I have a list.
All right, Goose, see if you can run the board.
That is this one.
Strange story.
You figured it out.
Yeah, nailed it. Yeah, just so we know, I've been in charge of the board, which is why it's been silent all day because I said, I memorized all those. I have no idea where anything is.
To be fair, last week I ran the board. The only one we played was Strange Stories.
Yeah, correct. All right, so here's strange stories. Just because I like this kind of humor and I was in the mood today to be stupid. 6 freak toilet incidents that left people injured or dead.
Number 1.
Yeah. He's like, I still can't Google your clown pimp, but I want to hear about these.
I want to hear about
potty
this.
stories. Yeah.
Toilet number 1.
Duncan's exploding toilet. We're ready to bet Paul Karak will think twice about where he buys his donuts from now on. On January 6, 2022, very recent. Ooh, he entered a Dunkin' cafe previously known as Dunkin' Donuts. Do they just call him Dunkin' now?
Yeah, the new one's built. They're just called Dunkin'.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the problem. In Winter Park, Florida. Okay, here's where we went wrong. He went in the bathroom. Then, for reasons unknown, the toilet exploded. The explosion not only injured, but also showered him with human feces and urine.
So here, this is already writing itself.
Yes.
Duncan's phrase is America runs on
Oh,
Duncan.
yeah.
The man's name is Croc.
Yes, correct.
That sounds like a croc.
Hey, and he's covered in the runs.
Yeah.
Right now, he's covered in the runs. Yet perhaps the most shocking part was Duncan staff's indifference. Oh, geez. When Karak emerged from the bathroom asking for help covered in numbers 1 and 2, the staff simply told him they were aware of, quote, problems with the toilet. Yeah. Listen, I used to be a plumber, okay? It doesn't come up very often, but when it does, I'm going to tell you, I used to be a plumber. I have never once in quotations or elsewise, when I thought a porcelain toilet might explode, went, I think there's problems with the toilet. Nor have I ever seen one explode.
We were aware of potential issues.
We're real sorry about that. Here's
I
your
would have
free
been
cruller.
like, here's what I would have done. He comes out, says the thing. I would have been, woo, what did you dunk, boy?
Yeah. What'd you eat? You should see the other guy. You should see him.
You're supposed to dunk the donuts, son.
According to Karak, the incident injured him both physically and mentally. Cost him a fortune in medical expenses. Not if you got insurance, it probably didn't.
He was able to walk out of there. I'm not buying it.
And caused him permanent difficulty to enjoy life. Okay, here's the deal. I almost believe that because if I ever once had a toilet explode under me, that would greatly interfere with the rest of my life.
But shake it off, Taylor Swift. Come on.
But you know what I'm saying?
Right, but if it's me, the story's not getting out.
Yeah. Right.
This story hit national newspapers at some point, or whatever we call it anymore. But come on.
Yeah.
You would never hear this story.
But so the last sentence, is it any wonder that he recently sued Duncan for $50,000? $50,000 is not the rest of your life emotional distress. Okay.
If it legitimately blew up
Yeah.
and like forcefully shoved someone else's feces towards him, I get it. If something happens and it like kind of like overflowed or just, there was I would literally, if it's me, hey, give it about 45.
Yeah.
And then I am out of there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I'm gone. I am gone.
'Cause you are not hooking me up for that.
I got my feet tangled in some kind of cord.
That happened to me like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it took forever to get like free. It was so annoying.
I know. I feel
That's
like
why my feet today are tucked under the chair the other way.
We've already determined he does not have wireless microphones for certain recordings that he does.
Yeah.
But now he's trying to tie up our feet while we're in the studio. This is getting very sadistic in this place.
I feel like we're going to hear that whoop,
Yeah.
and then you're going to be hanging from the ceiling.
Come on down to Audio Hive where he may or may not have a dip in. Okay. So I'm just letting you know. Okay. Here's number 2.
Number 2. Wait. Okay.
Gotcha. The Electric Throne. In 1981, we're going way back, Michael Anderson Godwin, they're giving us 3 names, was sentenced to death by electric chair for the murder of Mary Royam. 2 years later, however, his death sentence was commuted to life in prison. But fate had an ironic end in store for him. Wow. Okay, listen. God wanted this guy to die by electric chair. In 1989, after spending 6 years as a model prisoner, that's in quotes, he was fixing the television the prison authorities had allowed him to keep in his cell. For some reason, he had removed his clothes while first off, when I fix a TV, I'm naked.
Hot.
I'm naked.
It's hot in here.
Yeah. I am so when I change a channel, I just wear one sock. So when I fix it, I am totally naked.
It is time for the Price is Right, and it's hot in here.
Yeah.
Come on down, if you know what I mean.
You can spend this as many times as you want, but it's $1. All right. For some reason, he removed his clothes while repairing the television. As he worked, he sat on the cell's metal toilet. To get some wires out of the way, he decided to place them in his mouth.
If these were the word problems we had in junior high, I would have been so much better at math.
Tragically for him, he neglected to unplug the TV before working on it. The resulting electric shock, intensified by the metal toilet, killed him. Ironically, he ultimately found himself sitting on an electric chair, just not the one he expected.
God, I hope it was through his legs and not his genitals.
Yeah?
What if you're going to die via electrical shock? Don't you hope it would come through somewhere else?
First off,
other than your tackle kit?
I don't know how old he is, but I mean, if they're that low where they're touching the water.
No, I'm saying like not in the water, but he doesn't have to be in the water. He's touching the metal, like the whole thing is metal.
Yeah, because maybe he's sitting backwards, like working on it or
Maybe
something.
he's just sitting on the tank.
Yeah. Oh. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, wait, now that I've put it in my dreams.
Yeah, when you're saying
Japanese scientists are going to figure it out, I'm like, ooh.
Well, when you're saying twig and berries, I don't want the berries scorched. You know what I mean? I understand.
Well, he's dead. Doesn't matter. But still, that had to be unpleasant.
But that's not the starting point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that to be the yeah. Cook me somewhere else.
You guys smell shepherd's pie?
Yeah. Now, the next one's called the latrine assassin. I have no idea where we're going here. The last guy died on the latrine, so let's see. We'll go here. Godfrey IV, with a less than flattering nickname Godfrey the Hunchback, was the Duke of Lower Lorraine in the early 11th century. Way back. In 1076, his enemy, Dirk. Dude, Dirk is a name. If you're gonna be an enemy of anybody,
Duke,
be Dirk.
Duke
of Dirk.
Hunchback. Duke of Hunchback.
He was the Dirk.
Everybody, this Saturday, it's Duke versus Dirk.
So Dirk V, Count of Holland, decided Godfrey had to die. So an assassin was hired. After observing his habits, the murder for pay determined that the easiest way for to get to the Duke was for him to be using the toilet. So they needed Duke to be taken to Duke.
How sophisticated was this assassin? You know what I notice? This guy has stuff come out of his butt occasionally.
This guy poops.
I think we can use that to our advantage. You know, we all do that. Had I known this sooner, I could have been such a great latrine assassin.
The assassin made his way into Godfrey's latrine and hid inside the toilet.
That's a real crappy plan.
I got to be honest with you. What kind of fetish do you got to have to where you're like, okay, I'm going to kill this guy, but I need to be in his crap.
I need to watch him poop first.
Yeah, I gotta see this happen. Okay, look, you're getting something out of this. I'll do it for free. Okay, this is on me, literally and figuratively. This is on me.
To be fair, this is how George Lucas wrote the end of the original Star Wars. Because he had to shoot that right into the hole.
Yeah. So
we got to go down the trench and shoot it into the hole.
Yeah.
It's the only way to get to the heart of the matter.
Once I was a latrine.
Right into his Death Star.
His chocolate Death Star. I don't think that's what they call it. Did they call it
George?
That?
I don't think.
Is it something different? Yeah, George. Let's not do that. So as the Duke sat down to relieve himself, the killer stabbed him in his behind. So far, you've said all kinds of stuff in this story, but now you're going to use the word behind. It's a matter of debate whether the killer used a spear, sword, dagger, or anything else to stab Godfrey. What's not up for debate is the effectiveness of the attack. Here's the effectiveness. Godfrey died of an infected stab wound a few days later. That's not effective. Listen, I'm going to give you a paper cut. That could cause a really bad infection.
Well, I mean, considering where the knife probably started.
Right. Right.
It probably was carrying something.
Yeah. Well, and it came out of him.
Yeah.
I mean, all he really did was move it into a different place. You know what you could have done? You could have slit his throat and he would have died right there.
That's what I'm saying. You've got that guy, literally, you've caught him with his pants down.
Right.
I want to do this slow.
Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, I want to watch it come out. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Come on.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Crushed by a telescopic toilet. I didn't know these exist. It's called a Eurolift. Okay.
Oh, is this when they come out of the ground? Yeah.
They come out of the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. In the early 2000s, the city of London in England introduced the futuristic combat late night street urination. Oh, a combat to late night street urination.
Yeah, during the day they're down, but at the night they come up.
The city installed telescopic underground toilets that rise up street level. In January of 2023, one of the toilets experienced a horrifying malfunction. The toilet had been raised up for repairs. However, as the mechanic was working on the unit, the toilet suddenly decided it was time to go back underground. Oh, it retreated out of the street, taking the worker with it. By the time the rescuers pulled the toilet up, the man had died from his crushing injuries.
See, this is what if I'm Duncan, I'm using this as my defense against Croc. I'd be like, hey, could have been worse, man.
Yeah.
Could have been way worse.
Hey, you're stayed above ground the whole time.
Yeah.
You're just covered in poop. We offered you a free cruller. I don't understand why you're so mad.
You just needed a hose.
Yeah. Yeah.
This guy needed the jaws of life.
Yeah. This guy's family, if they were good at Legos, couldn't put him back together. Okay. That's what I'm telling you right now. You only needed one thing.
You know what? I bet he didn't do lockout, tag out.
Ooh,
that's on this guy.
That's what it is. Yeah. Safety first. Pre-job brief. It starts with a good pre-job brief.
But it's Britain, so they probably called it, herder, girder, skirter. Like what? Right. I don't understand.
What does that mean? I'm American. Just fix the toilet.
Yeah.
Just fix the toilet. All right.
You're a plumber. Can you go work on there?
Yeah. First off, I saw the size of that. I don't think I could sit in there. I don't let alone fit in there to fix something.
You'd be standing outside of it, just like urinating into the up.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you doing?
Hey guys,
I had to pee.
I know it's to combat public street urination, but you're supposed to go into it. Nah, not happening.
Do you guys have any curtains that might pull this way and this way? I'm going to need some privacy.
Do you have an extendo tunnel? What's happening here?
I'm down by the subway. I thought these were in tunnels.
Yeah.
You can't just shit right here. That's not how it works.
Mind the gap.
Yeah. All right. Here's number 5. The vacuum toilet of horrors.
Oh, this doesn't sound good.
In 1987, one woman's vacation cruise turned into a nightmare. A 70-year-old lady had booked a cruise on the ship Pegasus that was traveling near Canada's coast. That's where you cruise? Hey, I want to go on a cruise, but somewhere nice.
No, my mom took an Alaskan cruise. Yeah, so they went up the Canadian coast and then Alaska.
At some point, the woman used to use a vacuum flushing toilet in her cabin. She hit the flush button while sitting on the toilet, which turned out to be a horrendous mistake. There's really no way to sugarcoat the results, so we'll just say it. The toilet sucked several feet of the woman's intestines right out of her body. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Miraculously, the woman survived. A medical helicopter rushed her to the hospital, and she was released 10 days later. So
here's my question. Do you poke it with a stick from the outside, or do you go in from her gut and pull it in?
How do we do this? Is it like a shade?
We got him.
Is it like a shade where you just got to pull on it and then it flips right back up? That would be nice.
I just imagine that's exactly how it played out in the operating room.
Just
they had a real candid conversation.
Are we pulling or pushing? What are we doing? What are we doing here?
Thomas, I got a question here. Which would make more sense?
Yeah.
We got to get the insurance company involved. Which one do we explain to them? Do you think they'd go with better? I don't.
Yeah. I don't. Are we? So hey, you want to tug from the top, or you want to push from the bottom?
Yeah, do we want to go in like into her throat? You know, like how you undo it, like if the sleeve's inside out. You go inside, you pull
He's
it
got
back.
a fishing pole, and it goes down. Swallow this. This is going to go down where we need it. We're going to start reeling it in. It's going to pull everything right back up.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
We'll see it when it's out here. We'll hook it. To
we'll
where
know
it's
if it's
supposed
moving.
to be.
Yeah, we'll know if it's moving. Yeah, we'll know.
What if they just put a vacuum on her mouth and suck it back up?
I like that. I tell you what, this would be a good thing to get like shop vac on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, or even like
Can
Bounty,
some medical
the quicker
company
picker-upper.
give us a call? Raytheon, Siemens. Let's talk.
That's what we need. We need support. The last one. I cannot wait to read this.
Go.
The sunken Nazi submarine.
Oh, Lord.
U-1206 was a Nazi submarine operating during World War II.
Wait, I'm going to blow your mind.
Yeah.
U-1207.
Nailed it. Man. That's a callback, folks. It's a callback. One higher. So, I think 1206 came first. But anyway, it's all good. In 1945, only a couple weeks before the war in Europe ended, the submarine's pressurized toilet system malfunctioned catastrophically. A crewman's careless use of the toilet ruptured the submarine's hull. Okay, here's the deal. When you crap so bad, when you go, I'm going to blow this place up. When you wreck a submarine, that's a magical turd.
Yeah.
That's amazing. What did you eat?
Hey, my buddy just destroyed the bathroom. Oh, yeah? My great Uncle Heinz destroyed an entire submarine.
Right. Don't nobody go in there for 35, 45 minutes. But it says, allowing seawater to flood into its battery bank.
That's bad.
A chemical reaction
seawater
between
hits
the
batteries, yeah.
Chemical reaction between the batteries and the water produced chlorine gas, forcing the crew to bring the submarine to the surface to avoid suffocation.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. The gas in here.
Okay, hold on.
No, I wasn't talking about the show. I want to know. Did you?
So this is amazing. So they brought it up to avoid suffocation. Yet, Allied naval forces quickly spotted the surface vessel after getting bombarded. U-1206's captain. There's no way this is right. I want to take an L out of it. Okay, their captain.
Whoa. I'm very sensitive to people taking L's out of things.
You read it. Their captain.
Where are we at?
Right above that next picture.
After getting bombarded, U-1206 Captain Carl Adolf.
Say it.
Schlitter? No, it's Schlitter. Schlitter.
Yeah. Okay.
Decided to sink the submarine before surrendering. I know what it said. Your brain was like, it's got to be.
The Schlitter was full.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you tell me, first off, that's a guy that didn't take the Adolf out of his middle.
This guy.
Okay. Carl.
Yeah. They were still on his side at that point.
Right. Good old Carl.
But in a Nazi submarine, it's probably like, this guy was like, what's your name? Captain.
Yeah.
You are captain.
Yeah. But I'd never been on doesn't matter. What's the worst that can happen? What are you going to do? Blow up a bathroom, raise the ship, and have to surrender?
Yeah.
And then Carl's like, damn it, you guys called it.
This is the problem, is that sailor, he's like, I just can't go unless I'm at my home toilet. I've been holding it.
Yeah.
We've been at sea for 8 months, man.
Yeah.
You got to go. I don't want to go. What's the worst that can happen? Just go.
Right. Listen,
Blows out a hole in the wall.
yeah.
Destroys the battery, turns him into chlorine gas.
Yeah.
Makes the captain Schlitter scuttle the ship.
Yeah.
I noticed we don't have the name of the guy.
No, we don't. But the captain is Carl with a K / Adolf. We don't know how to spell that. Schlitter, SCHLITTER.
That's why I kept my brain was like, it's not what you think it is.
I know.
It's not what you think it is.
I read it and I said, first off, so if you tell me that this was manned by Adolf Shitter, I would laugh my butt off forever. But it was Schlitter.
Yeah. All right. So I give you this.
Yes.
I agree with you. This is the one time. Get the L out.
Get the L out of here.
Where can they find us,
You can
Ted?
find us at thatchecksout.net. All the socials, That Checks Out. WDT. TCO Productions presents That Checks Out with Damon and Ted, recorded for you at Audio Hive Podcasting Studio. For Damon, I'm Ted. We'll catch you next time.